Okay, I'm back on with Ninja Gaiden streaming again. Last stream I finally finished my big normal karma run. Very happy with my score, ended with the new #1 spot. 19.5 million is pretty high. So I'm actually gonna try something a little bit different on stream today. I mean, to those of you who watched my normal karma run stream, you know that you're gonna sometimes need to reset a lot of times for fights if things don't go your way. And if you're going to try and do those fights without resetting at all, it's gonna be much harder. So what I'm gonna try and do today is a karma run, except I'm not gonna reset at all. I've done one of these in the past and I ended just below 18 million. But that was after I took a pretty long break from karma running. But now that I basically just got off my official normal karma run, I'm gonna give the no reset run another try. This will probably be like a 2 or 3 stream thing because one 5-hour stream is pretty long for me. And there are other things I need to do today, so let's get started. Hopefully I can get like around I'm hoping to get 18 million. 19 million no reset, that's not happening. There's no way I'm ever gonna get 19 million without resetting. Maybe 18 million if I'm crazy. It's been a while since I've been here. What should I do for this first fight? Because sometimes the ninjas can end up hitting you out of your charge. And if they do that, your run's basically... I might have done that a little bit late. No, we're good. So yeah, that's how you can get 2 ETs out of that fight. You can get a UT, but it's pretty inconsistent. And this fight is basically just 2 UTs and an ET. And just quickly run over here, break the base and get your second UT. This fight, you can get 2 extra ETs, and it's not really that hard to do so. You just need to walk right in front of that first torch. I was a little bit too far back. It's still an extra ET, so that's fine. And I can just change my UT straight to this fight. This fight can actually be pretty tricky because the time limit's soaked. So, you can get an extra ET there, but I decided to just not bother and only go for 2. If you get incredibly lucky here, you can get another ET. No, not ET. Oh yeah, you can get an extra ET, and it really isn't that hard. I meant to say, if you get incredibly lucky, you can get another UT. I got the extra ET. Never mind, I jinxed myself. I missed my input and got a... I cut that short because if I had done the UT, I would have failed the time limit. Yeah, and that fight, shame that I missed my input and got a tap by instead. That's a very good technique. I love doing it. I think I still have 2 essences out. Yeah. That was pretty much the perfect run of that fight. So that's nice. So now I'm gonna go back and chain a UT to this fight. So far the only points that I am down are me missing that UT and in the trap in the force fight. The only points that I'm down so far are me missing that first UT in the trap fight. I mean, in theory, I could also have gotten the UT out of the fight in this room. That essence is no longer going to chain. Maybe. That's fine. You got me there. Okay, so the fight in this room went pretty badly. I lost my essence chain. Yeah, my essence didn't end up chaining, so I ended up missing probably at least 2 UTs there. This fight you can get 2 UTs. I think I maybe got it. Yeah, it's gonna be very close. Oh, I'm just missing charge. I don't really think I would have gotten it anyway because I came in. Because when I came in. Oh wow, thanks for the raid, Unwary, and welcome everybody else who joined. So chapter 1 went okay, I feel. The Mirai, you can get a UT out of him if you just brute force charge, but I'm not doing that on a no reset run. But yeah, Karma runs without resets. This, I think chapter 2, usually when I've tried no reset runs of chapter 2, it either goes really, really well or really, really badly, and there's no in between. So let's see how chapter 2 goes. So this fight, I don't want to kill, I only want to kill this one guy. And then I kill these two. These stupid trees will always cost you your essence chain, and I don't want that to happen on a run without resets. You can get 5 UTs here if the mage doesn't teleport into you. That happens a lot. Just stand here, use your smoke bombs. Where's that? There. Okay, so that's 3,000 points just because I screwed up that input there, but whatever. You see, that would have been a reset if I were on my actual Karma run. And also, it's easier to make videos of the no reset run because all I have to do is edit out all of the chapters individually and not comb through hours and hours of footage looking for the one fight that went well. Okay, that would not be too good if this were an actual long run, because that costed me that would have costed me at least an ET. And that would have definitely been a reset on an actual Karma run, because that's a missed UT. So 5,000 points down here. Oh yeah, Farnham, I could imagine. I wouldn't know that though, because I am too lazy to comb through all of that Karma run footage. Oh wait, I meant to chain the essence from the vase. It was fine, I could still charge it. Don't hit me, hit the ground next to me. See, that's exactly what I didn't want to have happen. And now, okay. I was about to say that the mage was going to throw his fireball at me and make me lose points. So now, this horseman fight, it either goes really, really well for me, or really, really terribly for me. There is absolutely no in between here. So I just need to play the luck game and hope that I get a good run. I wanted to knock him down, but I guess I just released the UT a little too soon. How did that not hit me? Okay. That's exactly what I wanted. Now I have... Okay, farming this last guy might be a little trickier because I took him down on a little bit of health. So I guess just wait for me to see the... There. So I finished with 11 seconds left. I could have probably gotten like another UT or so out of that. It's fine, I'll take that. And next up... Alright, that was actually that was actually pretty good. I was pretty careful there for a little bit because I didn't want to kill all of the minions. Alright, so I don't know why I released that first UT too early. But that second and third fight all went really well. At first it kind of messed up because I wanted to kill that captain guy and just... There's a different way that I do of getting... I use a different method for getting the extra ET out of that fight than the one I got there. But it worked out fine. Same with the third fight of the chapter. Okay, so what am I gonna do for... This time limit is really tricky to make, so I'm just gonna see if I can brute force it here and make the time limit. That's not what I wanted to do. I only wanted an ET there, but I accidentally got an UT. But this worked out fine. Alright, so that's the first failed time limit of the run. Yep, first failed time limit of the run. If this were an actual car run, I would have reset as soon as I got that UT. And my full-blown normal car run that I just finished, I only streamed chapters 7 up, but here I'm gonna get the full run, so that's good. Can't forget anything here. If you do, the rest of your game will... do not forget to come here in a car run. If you do, literally the rest of the game you will be screwed. Do not forget to pick up your arrows. If you do, it will completely mess up your chapter 4. And different... And then get that. And then just on landing UT there, and then there we go. And and then obviously this fight all you need to do is shoot them, and then you chain their essence to the fight in the hallway. I don't know if you could get a UT out of that fight. There's no way I'm gonna try it in a no reset run. But we'll see what I can just get. Alright, looks like I got 2 UTs in a UT. That sucks. I'm just gonna have to kill him. Oh well, that's a missed U. That's 2,000 missed points. If I had gone for the ET there, I would have failed the time limit. And this fight, it's completely dependent on where the guy spawns. If he spawns on the other side of the ledge, you're done. You're not going to make the time limit. So because the Lunar has more range, I'm going to swap to Lunar and just hope that he spawns in the right place. He didn't. I at least still got credit for the UT, and now I'm just going to have to do that, and I at least made the time limit. I am down on a little bit of essence, which is the main main problem with that happening is I'm now down essence. And if this were a full run, I would have probably reset there. And now this is the end of the chapter. 3 more fights. No. I might. Okay, we're good. Alright, and now need to prepare. Are there leaderboards on NG Rail? Oh, not that I know of. Not that I know of, Farnham. That would be pretty cool to have a no reset leaderboards, though. But as far as I'm aware, not a lot of people do these no reset runs. I know JTB started. Doing it. I think. Yeah, he started out with a Master Ninja one, I think. And like, yeah, they're pretty cool. I think more people should do them, and we should have a no reset leaderboards. That would be pretty awesome. On my previous no reset run that I did a while ago, I got like almost 18 million, but not quite. I wonder if there are any other no reset runs people have done which are like that. Almost forgot to refill my inventory. Not bad, that was actually pretty good. Oh, and yeah, the no reset run is definitely more fun to watch in my opinion, because you're seeing things like just as they are happening live, and if things go wrong, like, you need to know how you can still adapt and get a good score. Which, speaking of a good score, 2 million for no reset, that's pretty good. Of course, on my actual run, I would be almost 100,000 points ahead, so I'm leaving a lot of points behind. So you could charge a no-look UT with the Lunar here, but it is incredibly inconsistent, so I'm just gonna get the UT. I'm just gonna kill 2 of them, get a UT, and then that first UT is really inconsistent. Sometimes a timer can start and you can end up failing the time limit. Sometimes they'll just run at you and immediately hit you. Sometimes you'll only get an ET, and sometimes all of the above will happen. But this fight, you can end up respawning the enemies and still chain a UT to this next fight, though. Never mind, only need T-chain. That's okay. That's only 3,000 points. Okay, let's go to here. You'd be surprised at how much can go wrong in this fight. Like, sometimes the white guy will just come running at you immediately and hit you when you're done the first UT. Sometimes the first grenadier guy won't drop down too late and you won't kill him. Fortunately, I had everything that needed to happen. You can get an extra ET out of this fight if you're on a full-blown run, but I'm not, so I'm just gonna settle with that. And next up, this upcoming gauntlet is why you wanted to refill your arrows at the end of chapter 3. Because you need to chain the rat's essence. And here I actually do want a yellow. Because if he gives me a blue, I fail the time limit for this fight here. Sometimes Ryu's auto-aim can be terrible in this fight and he could just completely miss. And if that happens, it's all over. I'm not too worried about missing that extra ET. That's extra money, and I feel like just that little bit of extra money will benefit me far more than 2,000 extra points in the long run. This fight, if you're in a full-blown run, you could get an extra UT if you really push it, but I don't care. So I'm just gonna settle with 3 UTs. There are a couple of different ways you could go about getting that extra ET. Ways that I am not going to worry about in this run. And next up, overall, Chapter 4 is pretty straightforward if you're just gonna go through it and try and get a decent score. No, I knew that was going to happen. I can at least salvage a little bit. So, and that's only 3,000 points. I was really only going for 2 UTs out of that fight. So I only missed 3,000 points, so not bad. I'm gonna chain essence to this next fight. Now on a proper karma run, you would go to Muramasa here, because if you go later, it's gonna trigger the end of a chapter. And you still want to be able to save, but since I'm not worried about saving in this run, I could go to Muramasa whenever I need to. I'll go now. I need to get smoke bombs and a couple other things. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get my smoke bombs. I'll get my wooden sword now. Also get Inferno, Zuna drop, and Sun. It may seem like I spent a lot of money there, but you get a pretty decent amount of money in this chapter. You have a chest full of essence, and the ninjas give you 700 essence each. And there are a lot of ninjas in this chapter. And you don't really need to spend money refilling Ninpo in this chapter because you have the machine up to the top right of me there in that little alleyway. So now let's go in and do the fight in this alleyway here, going up to the clock tower. 2 UTs is pretty standard out of this fight. Unless you get shot out of the UT, which happened. Unless you get shot out of the UT, which can happen. Or sometimes your UT will not hit the captain guy enough to kill him. Sometimes the white guy will come gunning for you immediately and just immediately hit you out of your UT. You can get 2 UTs in ET here, but it's very, very inconsistent. Can I get the chest? No. Alright, that's a failed time limit. I think if he had given me a blue, I might have made the time limit. I knew that was going to happen. He gave me a freaking yellow. Another yellow. Still able to churn. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Of course, that would not be acceptable in an actual karma run. Wait, what? I didn't pick up the Spirit of the Devils? Okay, I'll do that on my way to the end of the chapter. You need to give me a blue. Fine. And now... I'm gonna go to Murasa, get the ticket, and then that's the end of the chapter. If the guys will let me into the shop, that is. Alright, I don't know how much money I have to spend, so to play it safe, I'll just get my 2 smoke bombs. And now I will go and pick up that Spear of the Devils that I didn't pick up in the clock tower. And out of the final encounter in this chapter, three UTs should be pretty standard. Just come in here. Can I get it? Crap. Eh. That's only 1,000 points. That's only 1,000 points. That's not too bad. I recover that pretty well. Did I pick up that scarab? Yeah, I think I did. So that's the end of this chapter. And I just barely failed. And I missed another 1,000 points just from barely missing that essence bonus. If I had gotten the UTs that I needed out of that fight, I would have made the essence bonus. But because that ninja ran through my smoke bomb, I didn't get it. So chapter 14 really wasn't that great. I missed a lot of points that I didn't really want to miss. I didn't save since start of chapter 2, okay. But yeah, chapter 4 really didn't go that well. I don't really think any fight went the optimal way, except for like the third fight of the chapter. Okay, am I gonna make this time limit? Evidently not. Damn it. I fucked up again. So I'm just gonna have to do this. And just salvage that time limit. I meant to jump towards the black captain. I meant to jump, yeah, towards the black captain, so I kill both of them. This fight... Alright. This fight went fine. Alright, that was okay. Let's refill my info. And then go and pick up some items that I didn't pick up. The elixir that's there. Oh, hey Kingdom Hearts. Yes, I do like Ninja Gaiden. It's my favorite video game of all time. That's why this is the only game that I have streamed so far. So if you join later, I'm trying to get as many points as I can. And in this game, if you want to get a lot of points, you need to reset a lot because there's a lot that can go wrong in the fights. I don't know if I got it or not. No, that's fine. It would be nice if you gave me a blue. Or not. So you see, that right there is a perfect example. If this were an actual karma run, I would have reset there because I'm supposed to get 3 UTs there instead of just... Of course that happened. But yes, if this were an actual karma run, I would have reset there because that's... I was supposed to get 3 UTs, but I only got 2 ETs and a UT. So that would be 6,000 points down where I should be. Give me a blue. Thanks. There we go. That fight went the way I wanted it. Razor's Edge. I've played a little bit of it. It's alright. Definitely not my favorite though. And it was from the Master Collection, so I don't know if it's the... So I don't know if it's like the actual version of Razor's Edge that I should be playing, but... Yeah, it's okay, but I prefer Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. This... That's barely gonna make it. Ooh, that was close. We don't talk about vanilla NG3 though. If you talk about vanilla NG3 in the chat, instant ban. But yeah, this fight, it's theoretically possible to get... It's theoretically possible to get 2 extra ETs out of this fight instead of just 1. But that requires a lot of luck. You need to get the white commando guy away from you and isolate the black one. You could get an extra ET out of this fight as well. But again, luck. And I'll just get the UT. That's fine. But yeah, NG2 is definitely another one of my favorite games. I really like that game. I've played it a decent amount. I've been struggling my way through Master Ninja and NG2 for a really, really long time. But Warrior and Mentor, I can easily beat. Oh wait, no, I need to go to Muramasa. Because I'm not saving, that buys me a little bit of extra time to do just like shopping and stuff. Unless I can't get into the friggin' shop. So I know that I ended this chapter on about 14,000, so that gives me about that much to spend. And I'm not gonna worry about the UF at all until chapter 8. Because in chapter 9 you have a bunch of time to farm essence. I've been meaning to stream NG2 lately, but I've been so focused on NGB score stuff that I haven't gotten around to it. I want him to give me a blue just so I can weaken him, so now only 1 or so arrows will kill him. But now, with the luck that I get in this game, he's gonna give me a yellow. I bet $1 million that he's gonna give me a yellow. Nope, I was wrong. Give me a blue. Oh well. And now I'm gonna run down this way just to respawn the ninjas. So I could chain essence. Because the quicker way to respawn the ninjas requires you resetting, and that's something that I am not going to do in this run. Now I need you to give me a... Did you give me a blue? No, you didn't. I thought I picked up guillotine throw, but I didn't. As luck would have it, they all gave me a yellow, even though I'm pretty low health right now. But because I killed 2, this should be a UT. Normally you would go save here. I think it might theoretically be possible to get 4 UTs out of this fight, but you're gonna need to get incredibly lucky. Alright, that's okay. This is a very tricky time limit to make. I wanted to launch one of him and get the UT, but I didn't. That's a very tricky time limit to make, and I'm just happy that I at least got the time limit. I want to at least get the ET. Just barely made that time limit. And now, the Fiends. This would be made a lot easier if you had heavy weapons here. Okay, so, on account of me getting hit, this is already going amazing. The only way I'm making this time limit is if I ninja this guy. Okay, so Fiend Fight was terrible. I think I probably left behind a disgusting number of UTs there. Yeah, I only got like... I left behind a disgusting number of UTs out of that fight. That was no good. And now, let's see if I can get this other UT out here, which I did. And now as long as I get credit for this UT... Alright, that was actually a pretty good Hydrocubus. Got all my UTs. I guess that kind of made up for how crappy the Fiend Fight was. And we comfortably made the time limit. Alright, so the first half of that chapter was pretty terrible. Oh, close kill bonus too, because this chapter's close kill limit too. This chapter's kill limit is 63 and I got 65 kills, so close. So yeah, that was okay. I had some pretty crappy fights. But now, chapter 6. This is the first, like, really big chapter of the run. Let's now go ahead and we are introduced to the Imp Fiends in this chapter, which are like the most annoying enemies in the entire game to Karma Run when you don't have heavy weapons, because they love to dodge your UTs and go underground when you don't want them to. And do that, I'm gonna kill him. Alright, that was actually not too bad. When you have heavy weapons, the imps are much less annoying to Karma Run. If this were an actual karma run as well, I would have gone to low health here. So I could get those blue essence orbs. And predictably, they're gonna jump out of the way of this UT. Alright. They tried to screw me there. They tried to screw me there, but I didn't let them. I remember on the full-blown karma run, this fight this series of gauntlets right here took me forever to get. So let's just see how this goes. I am fully prepared to get completely screwed over out of this first UT. I need to try and keep myself from instinctually resetting. I was kind of hoping that would kill him. I'm actually gonna nibble this guy and take care of him now. Son of a bitch. Oh my god! Jeez. Freaking jumped out of the way of my UT. Costed me the time limit. There was absolutely nothing I could have done there. If I had waited for him to actually jump down on me, I would have failed the time limit anyway. Yeah, losing that fight's time limit sucked. But I'm gonna get far more points out of all of the zombie farming later in the chapter. And this fight is also a complete dice roll. Sometimes the imps and the monk will spawn at the other end of this room, and if that happens, you're done. You have no chance of getting a good run of this fight. Why aren't you dead? What was that? Like 2, 3 UTs? That's okay. On a full-blown run, your target of the fight should be like between like 4 UTs and an ET. So I'll take 3 UTs out of that fight. This fight is also extremely tricky to play for a very high score. Because how did that guy die? How was that monk so low on health? I'm confused on how that monk was so low on. completely ignored my soul. Can I quickly Ninpo? Oh my god, of course he fucking dodged it. I hate this chapter so much. And of course he gave me a yellow too. This game's amazing, by the way. I love this game, by the way. Get next to ET. Where's the final guy at? Would've sucked if that hit me. Alright, that fight actually went okay. So now what I'm going to do is go back to Muramasa, refill some smoke bombs. I'll use that. I don't care. I get another free one in this chapter anyway. Now let's begin the archive challenge. So the way that I normally do this challenge is different than the ways I've seen other people do this challenge. Other people that I've seen do this jump up onto the ledge.
Okay, so losing all of my Nitpo out of that wasp fight was pretty annoying. Because now in order to refill my Nitpo, I'm actually gonna need to burn a talisman. Did I forget to turn in my skit ribs? Alright, now I'm not gonna have the armlet and potency for the Bone Dragon fight. Okay, that actually went really, really well. I didn't need to swap to the Dragon Sword at all there. That was really good. Yeah, I forgot to get potency, so my Bone Dragon's gonna be terrible. Yeah, sucks. I burnt all of my Ninpo. I'm gonna have to burn my talisman to refill my Ninpo. I think I have, like, 2 of them, yeah. So I'm... That's what I get for not managing my items right. Because now I don't have any info to use on the... Oh god, that hurts. Oh well. Now, time you are about to witness the worst bone dragon fight you will ever see. Because you need potency to get a good run on this fight. Not do that anymore. I hate this boss fight, by the way. Because now I'm not going to make this time limit. Alright, that chapter 6 was fucking terrible. That chapter 6 was absolutely terrible. That was so bad. Some of the farming segments went pretty well though, but overall, that was a terrible run of that chapter. That was so bad. At least I can now cool myself down a little bit. Chapter 6 is the worst chapter in the entire game to Karma Run. By far, in my opinion. And now, Chapter 7 Chapter 7 is definitely better than Chapter 6 in a Karma Run. So hopefully I'll be able to make up a few points here. Do that fancy little jump to save some time. It takes a little bit of practice to get the positioning right. So up next we have the zombie fight and the challenge.
Both of these upcoming fights are
Pretty straightforward. And I find it funny that in one of my other streams for my actual full-blown normal Karma Run, the second fight in the core with the red fiends and the pillbugs, like 3 hours of a stream was just that one fight, and in half of that time, I made it to Chapter 7 in a no reset Karma Run. But yeah, now just do a little bit of zombie farming. Make up some points for how fucking terrible that Chapter 6 was. I have my back to the archer, so he should have a harder time hitting me. I don't know why the enemies with projectiles have harder times targeting you when you don't face the camera. You know, like the rocket launcher guys that we're gonna fight next chapter, they have a harder time targeting you if your back is... They have a harder time facing you if... They have a harder time targeting you if you're not facing them. I should... But I'm still gonna be getting the UPT points anyway, so really all I count is the time. But yeah, if there's anybody watching, aren't no reset runs more fun to watch than actual Karma runs? Because I'm getting more stuff done, and I knew that I was gonna be good to just go there because I know this is gonna be a pretty close time limit. Okay, so 5,243,000 is gonna be my 50th UT. Man, not having potency for these zombies sure sucks. I want to try and target the archers first. And then when you're done with, through with the archers, just go and farm. I remember on my actual armor run, I actually ended up on like 49 UTs instead of 50. But I got the challenge done so quickly that it more than made up for the lost UT. I'm gonna wait for this archer to spawn. Ow. Okay, that sucks. I thought I had 2 essence now. Is that it for the archers? Yeah, I think that's it for the archers. I'm gonna start farming UTs now. I have 5 million, so 5,350,000, not 5,250,000 is my 50 TT. Yeah, not a whole lot to see here with just... like those 2 instances there, I didn't want the ET, so I just took the hit. So I'm about 20 UTs away now. So now I'm down to like 10 UTs. Okay. I was like, what, 48 UTs, but I got a pretty quick kill bonus, so that kind of makes up for it. How the fuck did you hit me? Shit. I don't know why none of those UTs hit him. I'm just gonna hope that somebody spawns near me, which it looks like yes. Okay. That should just barely make it, yeah. Okay, so I was a little concerned that me not having incendiaries would completely ruin this fight, but it didn't. And now comes the hardest part of this gauntlet, Hydrocubus. Okay, so far, this chapter really isn't going too great. The farming before the zombie challenge went pretty well. The zombie challenge was okay. The archer fight after that was terrible. But like the red and blue rooms both went fine. The fight after the fight after the red room went pretty well. And now for Hydrocubus. Can I get the one cycle? I tried to get the one cycle for a long time on my normal farmer runs, but never got it. I didn't get it. But I can still maybe at least get the that was not very good at all. That was like 170,000 points, I think. So I think I'm gonna do chapter 8, and then that's gonna be it for the stream for today. And I'll get back on the run and do chapter 9 through whatever I get to tomorrow. I need to get some incendiaries. Do I have any arrows? No, I don't. So I'm not gonna be able to chain essence. I use my spirit, my Jewel of the Demon Seal, right? I'll get my level 2 Inferno now. That's not gonna hit me. Alright. It's not bad. That was actually a pretty good run of that fight. And next up, Alma. Or I have the ninja fight, and then Alma. But Alma is a complete dice roll. It all depends on whether your opening attack hits her. If it doesn't hit her, then you're screwed. If it does hit her, good, but you're not free yet, because Alma can sometimes do a good job at dodging your Ninpo. Don't forget that scarab. I have one more scarab to pick up in the monastery, then a scarab I left behind in chapter 5, then the 2 that are by default in chapter 8. So I'm good on scarabs. In this fight, I'm gonna try and get my 2 UTs. Or oh, that was close. But we got. That's fine. Actually, I'm not concerned at all about missing out on that 3,000 extra points. At least I made the time limit. That is a very hard time limit to make. That is an incredibly tricky time limit to me, and just making it, I'm happy with that. So Alma time, let's see how Alma goes. Alma is a complete and total dice roll. It all depends on whether this opening attack hits her, which it didn't. All depends on whether this Ninpo will hit her, and whether this one will hit her or not. Alright. That wasn't too bad. I probably missed out on around like 10,000 points there. And I didn't even make my full essence bonus. But 6.3 million? That's not too bad. Like almost 6.4 for no reset. That's not terrible. I mean, on my full karma run, I would be almost 500,000 points ahead here. Which is a good, like, just visual of just how many points you could potentially get on a run. So yeah, I'm gonna do chapter 8 and then that's it for the stream today. Wait, no. Oh wait, do not forget the first thing you should do in this chapter before anything else is pick up the Warhammer. Pick up the Warhammer before you do anything else. There are 2 fights in the archive and in the monks room that you can do in this chapter if you really want to. I'm not going to do them in this chapter, I'm going to do them in chapter 11 because I'm going to have celerity then. Alright, so now I'm gonna do this chapter and then that's it for the stream for now. Because I am hungry and I want to eat something for lunch. Crap, I should have probably refilled my smoke bombs. I would really appreciate a blue here. Worth a try. That's only 1,000 points. No big deal. Or you get a free refill of smoke bombs in this chapter anyway. So you can, like, be really reckless with your smoke bomb use. You can be really reckless with your smoke bomb use in this chapter. Or the first half of this chapter. Because you get a free refill. So this fight, if you just want to go for the safe strategy, is pretty straightforward. There are different things that you can do to get a higher score. That was actually pretty lucky. I wanted that to kill him, but I swapped to the nunchucks there just so I can be sure that would only hit one of them. And now I can just UT this guy. There we go, that was a good run of that fight. That was very close. Yep, scarab right here that I didn't pick up. And this upcoming fight right here is another reason why you really want to make sure you refill your incendiaries. Because you want to take out the turrets as quickly as you possibly can. Ryu unfortunately loves to be dumb and target. Give me a blue. Thanks. Okay, this is bad. Because he is going to just stay there. So here's what I'm going to try and do. We still got it to work out. Good stuff. Very good stuff. That's what I love about no reset karma runs. Like, oh, this fight went wrong. Well, okay, what can I do to quickly make up the points? Because if I were just going for the world record, I would have reset there. But in the end of the day, that only costed me a... But in the end of the day, what happened there only really costed me an ET. And similarly, this fight... So that definitely cost me an ET. And you can actually get... You can actually end up getting... I really should have saved that chest of smoke bombs, but oh well. You get a lot of money later in the game. Okay, so... Yeah, that fight in the square... That really only costed me potentially an ET. And you could maybe, just maybe, get another ET out of that fight if you get really lucky. So now I'm gonna... You could get 3 UTs out of this next fight reasonably consistently. That's what I'm gonna go for here. It's not like other fights where you can get this score, but it's really, really inconsistent. So, obviously come in with your first UT. Then... Okay, we got it. Unless he rockets me, which he didn't, so we're good. And now, give me your essence. And now, we'll respawn this fight. If you get the Debilero here, you can get 3 UTs out of this fight, but it's really frustrating. It takes a very long time. That's just a ET down. In this fight, the safe strategy is 3 UTs, but you can get 4 with the Debilero. Really frustrating, it takes a really long time. This fight took me ages in my karma run to do. Oh! That's a shame. That almost could have been very lucky. What I should have done was gone over to the other guy first. And this fight can be very, very annoying. Because sometimes the soldiers can spawn right at the very back of this hallway and cost you a UT. Fortunately, they didn't here. You can get 3 UTs out of this fight if you're on a full-blown karma run, but I'm not, so who cares? Now let's quickly go over to Muramasa, turn in my scarabs, and also... get some... I'll be able to fill up all of my Ninpo at the start of next chapter. I'm gonna do next chapter probably sometime tomorrow. But chapter 8 is pretty short. Like at the start of chapter 9 is just loads and loads of farming, which is boring. I only want this to kill you. Right now I only want this. That should just barely make it. I had to fix that literally. Now let's go get my strongbow and my Debilero. Honestly, I should have probably gotten the Debilero first, because that would have made some of the other fights just a little bit easier for me. Unfortunately, chapter 9, next chapter is the last chapter on a normal karma run, where you need to worry about scarabs. Give me my Debilero. Alright, okay, so I only have like 2 more actual fights in this chapter. I have the fight up here and then the fight down the other gate. And those are the last 2 like fights that are worrisome in the chapter. Hopefully I didn't spawn, hopefully I didn't go too far back, which I... Fine, you want it to be that way? We'll make it that way. That's not gonna make the time limit now. Oh, never mind, it is, just barely though. And now this fight. You can't stand here and charge a UT. Alright, we got my 3 UTs. That was a good run of that fight. And now, this next fight is just shoot him twice, that's that. And now I just need to wait for this rocket launcher guy to spawn.